So once again, I have just looked at the time to tell myself what it is, and I've forgotten. It is 3:49 in the afternoon on the 10th of September 2022, and I just got back from buying a bottle of vodka because intuitively yesterday when I picked up my groceries, everything was telling me to buy vodka. I'm the first person that will tell you your intuition, it doesn't always make sense. In fact, most of the time, it does not make sense. But I've realized something. And Sue had asked me to reach out to Randy's higher self, and for someone that doesn't understand or hasn't been through something that makes you be able to see the world in the way that there are things that are just almost impossible to fully understand or make sense of down here in 3D. Some of what I talk about may not make sense, but that's okay. What's meant to register with you will. But it hit me, just like so much before has just hit me. It's like this download of information that comes out of nowhere, and all at once it's like, okay. And I've been thinking obviously a lot about what I've learned during the time that Randy's been in my life. You know, he's my philosophy friend. We're philosophers. We talked about things that others don't even think of, from what I can tell. Like, so I'm not being rude. Please don't take anything I say in a bad way or in a, like, insulting the next person. If I want to say something that insults everyone and everything, generally I would just say the planet is all sorts of fucked up, and we are, as people, dumbest species on the planet as far as I'm concerned. That much I mean in a very generalized situation. But moving it forward, I have been thinking about Randy. Obviously, let's face it, I think he will be at the forefront of what I think about for a long time. And I remember yesterday saying that one of his biggest beliefs is in determinism. And for any of you who've been following along since the start of these daily videos, you will know that I was down the rabbit hole regarding determinism and free will for a very long time. Years long, yeah? Because I am someone who has to go within and fully pull apart absolutely every single thing that I believe in and why, and then analyze it from every angle. Not in a logical sense, and this is where it can get confusing, but in a what is happening sense. What can I feel? I'm a very logical person when I need to be. And before my awakening, I always knew there was something about me. I always knew that there was more to what the eye could see. But like so many in society, I didn't allow that belief to be real. So I pushed it down and pretended to be normal for the sake of society. Didn't get me anywhere, let's face it. Can you see all the people fucking around me, supporting me in my time of need when I'm all fucking alone? No, exactly. But the information that hit me, and it hit me so intensely and so strongly, that I immediately, once I'd processed it, started writing it in a message to Sue. But the message just kept getting longer, and I realized in that moment it was not how I should go about it. I needed to pull back, so I copied it and removed it and then put it into a new document that I will write as well as I can in a letter to give to her when she is ready to be able to receive it. And I will let her know, because like I've said, she and I instantly understood each other when we met. Again, there are some things that Randy told me that even I remember saying to him, I definitely don't understand that, but I'm always open to learning, you know? And everything in my life that I believe in it because I've lived through it. I talk about being spiritually connected to the collective because I am. I talk about Mr. X and the fact that we are always connected at a higher dimensional level, because we are. And yes, I fully imagine so many of you may just go, that's what you believe, Liv. That doesn't make it real. And that is absolutely okay. Because my life is not here, and I'm not making these stories or doing any of what I do to try and prove anything to anybody. Because I don't need to do that. I make my stories because of how fucking alone I truly feel sometimes. Not having anybody to come and be with me when I really need them. Let's just say there's a reason I'm staying as numb as I possibly can. Because with Randy's death has come so many realizations. My friends, the people I love and care about, they're not real friendships, none of them. Grant and I have been friends because we met over 10 years ago and he hit on me in the pub. Then he hit on me for a number of years while I continued to say no because of the age gap and because I just wasn't interested. But he did support me. He was always there. And obviously I think it goes without saying, throughout the 10 years it's been on and off, because I had absolutely no fucking idea that he got married until she'd already left the country. So it was like, while she was gone, I'm an easy fill-in, you know? I'm not like most women in the sense of the way I think, the way I feel about so much stuff doesn't really affect me. Mostly most shit that annoys people, especially like, I don't know. Let's just say I used to think I'd be much better at being a guy, considering how my mind works about some stuff. But make of that what you will. I guess my point being that now that Grant's wife is back, I haven't seen him since his drinks. I've probably spoken to him on video call maybe 3 times. I think this morning was the day he woke me up. Yeah, because I told him yesterday via message, which he told me this morning he didn't get to reply to because he had been at the immigration place for so long. All's well and good, but you know, it's the same with Andrew. His wife knows I exist. I have met her. But really, I'm a friend in the sense that I'm the sad, pathetic, lonely neighbour. And again, he, just like so many men before him, have proven and shown me things that I don't personally think make any sense. I also personally think that they collectively add to the fucking low vibrations on this planet. But how? How? Are there so many fucking married people out there who have partners who don't know so fucking much about them? I actually know the neighbour's name with the bike because I went and pinched cigarettes of people standing outside the next door neighbour's front yard. Fuck me, that's loud. Vodka and V seems like a perfect choice. So I guess, yeah, what I'm saying is all my friends are friends in certain situations. I have realised I have my uni friends, which are all almost online. Graham and I may talk on like Discord if it's about an assignment for a few minutes or whatnot. He's the reason I got Discord. I don't know fucking almost anything about it. I also have no idea if people have like joined it. Probably should check shit. But I have, what are we saying? I've got Grant, who's now got a wife living with him who's my age and who's made it very clear he cannot have the friendship that we had anymore. Andrew, who, yes, lovely, I always feel good when I see him, but I've just been hit with this, oh my fucking god, like, I'm so stupid, like, I understand why men like hanging out with me in the sense that I'm just so fucking blasé about shit that I just don't think people need to be up in arms about, but I genuinely need or would like a fucking friend to come with me because I need to get a few things. I'm not saying I want to do some fucking weird fucking stupid Carrie Bradshaw Sex in the City fucking trying on a bunch of fucking lingerie and bikinis and blah 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 and showing someone else's husband. Absolutely fucking not. I just need a friend. But we're obviously not even half as good of friends as I thought we were because now I feel like absolute fucking bullshit. Like, there's nobody. I have my work friends. I was meant to be seeing Faith this weekend. Apparently she's unwell. I have no idea. She says she's unwell. She's probably at work. That's fine. Again, Graham has his partner, his friends, his family. I've got absolutely nobody to call and to ask them and come and be with me. Nobody. I don't have my family. There's no one I can even reach out to. I thought maybe I might ring my brother. I put a message out to the community group chat on WhatsApp for my storytelling job yesterday. I was just such an unbelievable, uncontrollable, couldn't breathe, couldn't think straight, couldn't barely function, yesterday, crying when I first got the news, and I put a message out saying, please, can anybody help me? I need someone to talk to immediately. It's an emergency. And somebody responded like almost immediately, and the person had the same name as my brother, which I kind of took to think I should probably email. I have no idea if he knows what's going on with the rest of them. If he does, that would explain why he disappeared again, because my brother has always been my mum's favourite. He's the youngest. Plus he's the one that bought a house in, like, around the corner from her, so he's her support, yeah? And I just feel selfish and just like a really shitty fucking bad person, because Andrew said something yesterday that I can't stop thinking about, and he's so right. So right. There's honestly no fucking wonder I don't have any friends. And again, there's the selfishness. Randy's gone, and part of me just keeps thinking, I had one really genuine fucking friend. Like I said yesterday, I don't even know if I said it yesterday, because I don't know what fucking was in the first video that didn't work, but when we first met, you know, like, because he's so much younger than me, I'll be 37 in December, and he only turned 23 a couple of months ago, and we met in philosophy. And like I said in the description, like, he started uni when COVID started. A full undergraduate degree takes 3 years full time. But he worked throughout, back to back, no breaks, no summer, no nothing. He just did it all, and you can complete a 3-year undergraduate degree in 2 if you choose to work that hard. And he did. And when we first met, I remember he was like, I guess he was concerned about having happened to him what always happens to me. And he said it to me a few times. He was like, he used to say to me, when I finish uni, will we still be friends? Like, am I your friend, or am I just like your university philosophy friend? And I would always say to him, you're my friend. You're my actual real friend. I was so lucky to have him. He was so worried that I was just kind of abandoned him, and that I only used him as a friend because of school. No, I'm not like that. I'm not like that. Yes, I'm the first person to admit there are things that I find almost impossible to accept. Deal breakers for me when it comes to friendships. But they're very few and far, and they're there for a reason. But I genuinely care about every single person in my life. I am that person who just genuinely loves the people that I care about. I believe in unconditional love. Randy graduated the end of trimester 3, the beginning of this year in February. He did what he set out to do. And I was so proud of him. Oh, good. Sometimes it's not always easy to tell if I finished it or... I'm fairly certain that this potential support client has decided, at least for the meantime, to not get a new worker. That's how I'm reading it, unless, you know, it is me that he doesn't want. Not that he said that. I guess I'm just... He said something in the message, and the message is in private, because he was like, blah, 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 this is the message I put on Facebook, and then he copied and pasted whatever was in his message. So it's not like a confidential thing, because obviously, you know, I have to be careful what I say. But the gist of it was, whoever told me I should get a pet was obviously on weed and didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. It's something like that, but it's a complete dig at someone on weed. I'm very allergic to cats, yeah. Like, I've had cats most of my life. Didn't know I was allergic, just thought it was severe bad fucking hay fever. I wasn't even a dog person until I got my dog. I mean, I'm not a dog person because, you know, I'm a fucking animal person. I love animals, but we had dogs in the family, but it was, you know, group, fucking family, siblings, fucking job to walk and clean up and all that stuff, you know? And, then with my ex, again, we had dogs. It wasn't really like my full responsibility because I wasn't a dog person. I didn't even like dogs being inside. Too much of a fucking mess. Now every single pair of fucking sheets I've got have holes in them because of Boss. And I had to just sweep out an entire fucking side of dirt this morning when I made my bed. My point is, there is no way that I would ever suggest to somebody to get a fucking cat as a pet if you're lonely. No disrespect to people who have cats, because I fucking love cats. Love them, except for how much they fucking make me sneeze and itch and crap. But, you know, they don't work. If you're someone who's by yourself and who feels alone, they don't. Yes, a dog might be a little more work, but I don't know, I don't walk Boss every day, and as much as I do that, I probably should. Like, for fuck's sake, mate, my dog is looked after, you know? think part of me, with the whole download of information that came through and understanding in a bigger picture sense what's going on, well, personally, that's not true. I know part of what's going on, with the bigger picture sense being this was all planned before time, or ahead of time, so our higher selves already knew that this was coming, clearly. I knew I needed the fucking vodka. My higher self knew that yesterday. And I'm very aware that you should probably not turn to drugs and alcohol to cope. So I'm very, very, very much not suggesting anyone out there who watches my videos actually necessarily do the things that I do. Yeah, because my tolerance to shit is insane, because let's face it, look at the type of fucking medication I'm on. I smoked ice for years, blah, 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 blah. Don't do what Liv does, yeah? I never put myself in a situation where I'm at danger in any kind of regard when I am using shit like I am to cope. Because I'm definitely also doing things that are better for me. Like, for example, talking to all of you for the last 26, nearly 27 minutes. Because could be worse. Could be doing a lot of worse shit, yeah. I am sad. Obviously, I'm fucking sad. Down here in 3D, we're all aware of how fucking fragile my human side is. So fragile. So fucking aware of just how dumb I am. I can't help but honestly even question, do the few people I consider friends actually consider me a friend? I don't know anymore. I guess Grant does. Out of all of them, I think the only person who I truly know does consider me a friend is him. If the other people who I consider friends had a gun put to their head, I'm sure that they would all say that they were my friend, and they see me that way too, but life has been put in perspective. And I can't help but think that once again my mother was right. Mother knows best, right? She couldn't help but say to me, why do you call everybody in your life friends, Olivia? These people, they're not your friends. I guess